Hey everyone, Marcus here. By far, the most common question we get from people joining the Discord interested in the automation piece of QuantVue is the following. It is, hey guys, which strategy works best for automation? And unfortunately, there is no simple, straightforward answer to that. If I had to pick an answer, it would be the one that fits your requirement and works for you, but that's very individual, so I cannot elaborate on that. What I can do and will do right now is go through the strategies QuantVue offers on a very high level and point out the differences and maybe put them in two types of buckets so you can see which one or which ones would fit what you are looking for. So very broadly speaking, we have two types of strategies. One type is a scalper, or in a broader range, a scalper. That means I've got you the Anthony Q Chronos set and forget pulled up. If you don't know what that is, watch the video on YouTube. It is literally as close to set as forget as you can get. So what this does is it's very selective. It looks for a perfect entrance. Let's go back a bit. It looks for what it deems a good entrance, good way to enter. So it's easier. Okay, we're going short here. Boom, we're taking a short profit. Oh, this looks like a good long. We're going in and boom, we're taking a long profit. So these were two winners. The one we looked at before over here was a winner as well. Same thing. It says, hey, this looks like a good entry for a long. We're going in. Boom, long static take profit. So this looks for entries, goes in, and then takes profit at a static level, which means the profit level is predefined, goes in, goes out, and it's done. That, in the broadest sense of the term, is a scalper. It looks for entries, goes in, closes the trade, and it's done. This one is very, very selective. As you can see, it doesn't take many trades. But when it does take a trade, it's got a very high win rate, extremely high, actually. There are others that work in this kind of way. Let me quickly pull this one up here. So here's a Renko chart. Most strategies are designed to work on Renko. The Q Chronos we just looked at is the exception. So we've got something that is similar, which is, as the name implies, the Q Scalper. We're pulling this up. Again, I'm not changing any settings. I'm not doing anything. This is only to show you what it does. Similar thing here, very selective. It thought it was a good long entry here. Whoop, got stopped out. It's not a big loss. It got stopped out pretty quickly, but this was obviously not a good entry for a long, so this didn't work. And you can see, same thing. Doesn't take many trades, very selective. Now, obviously, you can change how selective this is in the settings. You can define which scalper you want. This particular one has 4 different scalper types. The MBCVD is very good. Velox is quite good. Fast Scalper is a bit more aggressive. So play around with these as you see fit. There's also a bunch of videos on them. When you change a different, you see, this one is much more active. Long entry, long profit, short entry, short profit, short entry, short profit, long entry, long profit, short entry, short profit, and so on and so forth. Not everyone is a winner, but this one, as you can see, it's got a fairly high win rate just by what we can see here on the chart. So the Q Chronos, Q Scalper are roughly, don't want to say the same thing, but you see what I'm getting at. They look for good entries, they take a trade, and ideally, with profit, get out of the trade. Now, the other type of algorithm the other type of strategy is, let's pull up the Q Cloud Trend Trader. And you see already in the name, this is not a scalper. This does not look for quick entries and quick exits. This is a trend trader. So this gets very colorful very fast. And you see, let's look at this one here. All right, we got a big sell-off here, going down, down. Oh, let's get in. This looks like a great short. So we're going in short. And as opposed to the other one we just looked at, which might have got now here or whatever, this one stays in, follows the trend until it sees, oops, this trend is reversing, it's stopping, I'm getting out. Hey, it's starting again, I'm getting in again. Follow, 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 and get out. Same goes for the other way. Long regular entry. Oh, this looks like a good long. Going in, going in, going in, going in, going in. And oops, looks like it's turning around. We're closing out. So this looks for big moves and follows that trend. It is a trend trader. It takes longer trends and longer trades, and as long as this trend goes on, it'll stay in. We see here, long entry. We go all the way up, stays in, stays in, stays in, and here we got out. This takes big trades sometimes, stays in longer, and stays in until it notices the trend reversing. Another one that does it in a similar way, not quite exactly the same thing, is my personal favorite, which is QSumo. It works along the same logic. So we see here, it's not unlike what we just saw with the Q Cloud Trend Trader. So we go in long, we stay in for the entire duration of this big green candle here, these big green bars, and we get out here when it notices that, whoops, this might be going the other way. Now, the difference is that QSumo is an always in strategy. So we saw that the Q Cloud Trend Trader gets into a trade and gets out again, gets into a trade and gets out again. This here stays in all the time. Hence, it's called always in. Goes long, whoops, partial profit, and reverses to short. It doesn't get out and wait. It immediately reverses to short. So we see here, goes short, takes profit, goes long, takes profit, goes short, takes profit, goes long, stays long, takes profit. So this is always in. There are options for always in some of the strategies, and this will make them behave just like that. They're always in the market, either long or short. Now, there's much more specific details about each one of these strategies. There's also another one. I'm not going into the Curate Elite right now, but that is the broad scope of the different strategies there are. Going back to the question, which one is best? That's very, very hard to say. If you only want to try one, you don't want to think about it, and your goal is to set and forget, I can highly recommend Anthony's Q Chronos Set and Forget default. I am running that on a personal account, and it is profitable. I'm not touching it ever. It just makes money. It works slowly, it's very selective, but it's got a very high win rate. You can't influence how much it's going to make. Some days it won't trade at all, and if you're not all right with that, you have to go with something else. If you want more active, more trades, more potential for upside, but also more risk, try out something like QSumo, which will always be in the market. What does that mean? It means that when you have big moves, QSumo will likely catch the whole thing and print. It will make money, but you need big moves. If it's chopping around, let's see if we can find some chop back here somewhere. I'm sure we can. It actually looks surprisingly okay. Yeah, we see here. Here's a good example. So trying to go long, whoop, trying to go short, trying to go long, whoop, trying to go short, trying to go long, and we finished. So that would have led to losses because of slippage. That is not what you want. If you're going with a trend trader or always in, you want big moves. You want that trend to continue so it can catch those big moves. If you don't want to count on that, go with a scalper, go with Q Chronos, go with a Q Scalper, because these will scalp no matter what is happening. Even if there are small moves, if the algorithm defines, hey, this is a good entry, it'll take it. It doesn't depend on big moves. Yes, big moves often make it easier to take an entry, but you can run the scalper overnight. It's not a problem at all. London session, Asia session, doesn't matter. It works. So it really depends what you want. Set and forget is a great way to test out a scalper. Go slow, but it's profitable. If you want something a bit more aggressive and you have an idea what the market's going to do on a specific day based on news or history or whatever else metric you use, try one of these, the Q Cloud Trend Trader or QSumo or anything with an always in option, so you can ride out those big waves and really, really, really see the profits rack up. Depends what you want. Try them out both. Either way, good luck trading.